Talk that way. Right, so episode 2, boom, boom.
We're back, roar.
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 I don't know why we come
That
up with
is the raw way.
Oh, the raw.
Yeah.
The roar way.
Not a raw O-A-R,
No.
an R-O-W, raw. Yeah,
We are raw.
literally.
Yeah. I'm still bloody tired. Regan's off today, actually. He's got a
Okay.
bit of sore throat and that, and I thought, he hasn't had a day off for ages, so I thought I'd just let him. And then
Yeah.
he can rest up and then go in tomorrow, so that's good.
Mm.
Yeah, so yesterday, the ex phoned, right?
Bit of June.
Yeah. Bear in mind, he hasn't been... Yeah, I don't want to mention his name because it's not fair to mention his name. But those that know who it is. Oh, sorry. Right. And then, so he's phoned my phone. Obviously, I haven't answered. I'll let Regan answer it. Right. And he hasn't been in contact for a year. Like, hasn't asked to see Regan or anything else. And my battery's going to go. And then, so then what happened was, so he's talking on the phone to Regan. He's like, "Oh, where's your mum?" And he's like, "She's sitting there." Went, "Oh, well, could she be putting the phone?" She went, she don't want to talk to you. Oh, so then he started having a conversation with him, and he started saying, "Well, I want to take you on the go-karts." And he goes, "Yeah, you can take me on the go-karts." He's like, "But I have to talk to your mum first to take you on the go-karts." And I'm going to Regan, and because he's on last, I went, "Regan, you're allowed to go on the go-karts. Don't worry. Okay, you're old enough to arrange it. I can hear what's happening. You arrange it. You can do it." And he's like, "Oh, but I still need to speak to her to arrange it."
Just trying to get to you.
Exactly.
Why did I do
and
that?
that made me so angry. But I kept my cool, and I'm just putting it on charge. But I didn't swear. I didn't go annoyed.
I did not
I just
swear.
stayed calm. Because obviously Regan was there, and I thought, no. I know exactly what you're doing. You're fucking using my child against me, or just like using the child to manipulate. No, because that I won't punch his face in.
That's manipulation.
But like when you do that to a child, no. But anyway, I kept my cool. Didn't show any anger. Didn't do anything. So Regan was happy because obviously, because the thing is, if I reacted, then he would have been like, "I can't talk to you now because your mother's behaving like this," and then he'll put it all on that, and then that's not fair on Regan. So I just said all the names in my head, had visions of what I would like to do.
Yeah.
Like, just to get my anger. Anyway, to cut a long story short, right, he was still going on and on and on about like he has to speak to me. And then he's asking Regan, then he went to Regan, she's got a boyfriend now, hasn't she? And Regan goes, "That's none of your business."
My God. Why is he talking to your son about that anyway?
I know. But when he goes, "Well, that's none of your business." Oh, so she has. They went, "It is none of your business."
Oh, bless you. You're doing well. You're so doing well.
Obviously, I ain't got a boyfriend, but that's not the point. The point is none of his business. And for a 10-year-old to go and say that to me, I thought that was
why are they like that? My ex is like that.
Oh, it's
honestly.
Ridiculous. Why can't they accept?
Ruby has got her own phone.
Yeah.
Right. For that reason, for him to ring her, he still always video calls me to talk to him.
It's control because they missed what they had. And then he's saying about he's going to Regan, "Okay, well, I'll come and pick you up so you and your mum could go in my new 3-seater van," right? For years and years, right, he had the bloody 2-seater van, right? Muggins, he had to do all the driving, or sometimes he did the driving in my own car because I can't drive properly. Bloody can. Like, even Regan said the other day, because we went somewhere and we had like a slight diversion and everything. And I was saying about, "Oh, my driving's improved." He went, "Mum, you was always a good driver. It was just John telling you that you wasn't." And I was like, for a 10-year-old to say that, I was like, "Oh." And the thing is, he's not doing it like,
what's your confidence?
Well, yeah, but he's not doing it to be horrible. He's not manipulative or anything like that in that way. It's just he's a bit sort of like, I don't know. He's not nasty as such, but I don't think he realised the impact it can have on people. That's all that stuff like.
Yeah.
But he's just, because he used to do it with his ex-wife as well. She can't drive long distance. I have to do driving long distance. No, it's me. I have to. It's almost like he's trying to big himself up as well.
Yeah, it's like a way for him to feel like he's needed as well.
Yeah, because he's got major issues with his confidence. because he's like, well, I'm thick as anything. I don't know my ABCs. I don't do this. I'm just a trained carpenter. That's
That's still a skill, though, is it?
it is. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like, because he's been made to feel so like not clever and
Just
everything
a
else.
carpenter,
Yeah,
like,
and then he used to blame his ex-wife because like she was quite academic and she was in like nursing field. She went quite high up and everything. I think that, so. There's a lot of insecurities there and everything
Yeah,
else. So
sounds
there's a lot of
like
it. So he's trying to big himself up, but then obviously by doing that, he's thinking, well, no, because you're just like putting me down.
you
Like,
look
but
like
he's
a
not doing it.
cock.
But like, this is what I mean. Credit where
Like,
credit's due. Like, I would not ever say that he's this, that, and the other when he's not. So I
No.
don't want anyone to misunderstand that. But the way he was on the phone yesterday, bad out of order. You do not use a child that way. No.
No, absolutely not.
So anyway, to cut a long story short, after several times of him trying to talk to Regan and several times trying to get him to put me on the phone with him, Regan's going, you don't understand, do you? Let me explain. She
Bless you.
does not want to talk to you. You can take me out. And then he's just ignoring him. He's going back, okay, I'll come in my 3-seater van, right, and I'll come and collect you and mummy. We can go. And I went, we are not going in his van. and I know
Sounds a
he
little
can hear me.
delusional.
We are not going in his van. He's not allowed to come in near the house. He's an embarrassment. We'll go to Clacton. You can go there. I will take you there, and I will wait for you while you do your thing with him. And then he goes to me, can I talk to your mum?
Oh my God.
And then Rika went,
Please.
she's just told you. Are you not understand? Have you been drinking? Are you
Do
been
you want me
drinking
to
again?
draw you a diagram?
Like, it's just really like, and then to the point, right? And then he started, I don't know, he just started talking, and Regan went, I've had enough, Mum. Can I hang up? And I went, station. He went, okay then. He just hung up. Midway through his conversation, I don't even know what he was saying. He just hung up, and then Regan was laughing the whole way through. Did you hear John? And then he started repeating it, and then
Oh, bless him.
it made his night. And I felt really, really bad because obviously the child was used. And I had to chat with him and I said about, like, how do you feel about that? He went, it's all right. I can use him too. I can go on the go-karts and he can pay for it. I was like, okay.
Well, if he's willing to do that, then
yeah,
brilliant.
But I'm obviously upset for like his emotions, but he just don't give a shit.
No.
I don't know if that's part of the autism or the fact that he just understands that that's just him. Because he's like, the thing is, I've taught Regan to be very accepting of others, so then people will tolerate his behaviour as well.
Yeah.
So he's just seen him as someone that needs to be tolerated.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
You have to, like, tell, no, my mum doesn't want to speak to you.
Yeah.
My mum doesn't want to speak to you. My mum doesn't want to speak to you. Like,
Oh, bless, he's very patient.
Yeah.
Kids are not stupid.
No, definitely not. Not at that age.
But I just thought it was funny when he said, it's none of your business.
Yeah.
None of your business.
Literally spelling it out for him. God.
I was so proud of him.
Oh, they just try, didn't they?
Oh, but that was classic when he hung up on him. Can I nap on him? He had the phone over there at the sofa and he's come over. Can I nap on him? He's just talking and it's just like, it's not worth listening to. Can I nap on him?
Relevant, yeah.
He's like, okay then. And he went straight to the phone and went,
bye.
See ya.
Goodbye to him. He just literally ended up with him in mid-conversation. That's what was so funny about it. He texts later, oh, I love you both. I've not been drinking. Yeah, right.
Of course not.
Yeah,
I know I got a message the other day saying, oh, are you talking to anyone? Are you seeing anyone? Oh, I really love you. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah.
God's sake, because how I feel, I'm just like, please.
Yeah.
I have no time and no patience. And I really do not. I have no space for a man. So leave. Just leave me alone.
Yeah, I agree.
It's nearly been a year now, so like, just get over it, please.
But that's the thing. Because you got rid of him, they can't handle the rejection. But if they fixed up in the first place, and did everything that you required for the family unit to work, then like it would have worked, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, if he actually stepped up, you know, I literally wore the pants and a fucking skirt. I mean, oh, seriously, I'm not your freaking mother. Yeah. Didn't want an extra child. Let's just do one.
Yeah.
Now he's giving back with mummy. So fucking that's where he belongs. He's a fantastic dad. So that is what he needs to focus on.
Good.
Himself, because he has got, you know, issues he needs to work on himself. We all have, I have. And then he just be a good dad, carry on, and that's it. It just annoys me when he speaks to the girls, like, you know, what did he say? Ruby said that he said that my business isn't going to go anywhere, or I'm not going to be successful, or some stupid thing. But he's always not supported me. This is one of the reasons why we're not together.
Yeah.
Like, he's never supported me. I've never felt supported by him. So
you're better doing it alone then, because you don't need that negative.
No, 100%. But don't go and tell my daughter that. Why are you telling her that?
No, you should be telling her, because it's his daughter too, that she can do anything she wants, whatever she wants.
Exactly. That's what I always tell her.
It's her oyster. Like I told Harvey the other day, driving to work, like he said he's going to work his way up in Quick Fit. Now I love the fact that he's loving his work. And he's going to be on a break course next week. And I love the fact that he said I'm going to work my way up and become like a manager. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm like, you're going to get all the training you need, then you're going to leave and start on your own, because you're not knocking your pan in for however many years for Mr. Quick Fit to take 5 holidays a year. You're not doing it. Wise up, Harvey. Like, I'm glad you've got ambition to get all the qualifications you need, but you're not working for somebody else. Wise up.
Easy work for yourself.
Like, have a little bit of that is, I mean, he has got ambition, don't get me wrong, but I think it's because since my spiritual awakening and healing journey, it's just like, I'm just, we will be successful, girls.
Definitely.
We're determined.
Oh, yeah.
We're working, we're backsides off. You know what I mean? And it will happen. We've all got other little bits that we're doing here and there as well. But I got a bit angry. He's like, "What? You need to shout at me." I said, "I just want you to just apply holidays a year and pay for somebody else's holidays.
You're worth so much more than that." Yeah, definitely.
Like, they don't get encouragement really from their dad, which is sad. Like, it was funny listening to you speak about your exes, because my ex-husband left me. Thought when he left, he was paying child maintenance and alimony, which is money for me because we were married, so I was entitled to that money because in Scotland, it's like you have to be kept in the life you've been accustomed to. So I was getting a lot of money, and then I did start seeing somebody. Well, he sent a private detective to follow me, but
really.
Yeah. But but anyway, he was only staying.
No,
I wasn't cheating. He was cheating for now. He was living with his new girlfriend in Russia or Kazakhstan. But because if I had started seeing somebody, he didn't need to pay that alimony, you see. So if he could if he could prove that he was staying at my house, when he made out that he was staying there all the time, but he wasn't, because he just wasn't. He stayed a few nights a week. But he sent a private detective, and they got photos of my car and Craig's car in the driveway, and like, what the?
Seriously. Yeah.
See that just spent on getting a private detective, just spend it on your kids.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, but he's just trying to say it the long way, like, why should I give her any money?
Exactly.
It was bitterness. He done it all out of spite, bitterness.
Mate.
That was all totally controlled. He emptied our bank account, our joint bank account, when we weren't divorced. We were separated though. And then I spoke to his mum, and then he put the money back in the bank, and he took 2 lots of £300 out. I don't know what equivalent it was in the Kazakhstan money, but apparently he's not a multi-millionaire, that's a lie. A millionaire. He told the boys when they were little that he's a millionaire in Kazakhstan. So we used to just, if they were asked for something and I said no and they would kick off, I'd say, well, go and ask the millionaire. Like, he can afford
it. Gonna boast about it.
This day he took £300 out because I was this was very, very early on in our separation. I was still finding out things. £300 out in the morning, £300 out in the evening. And when I asked him about it, I said, "What did you spend like £600 on in one day?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Fruit and veg." And I went, "Oh, really? Fruit and veg? For a whole lot fucking Kazakhstan." Okay, then. So, right, whatever. So it was about a month later, I went to a Nan Summers party and I spent £150. And I bought a new toy for myself, and I bought some nice underwear just in case I met somebody.
Pictures. Yeah, this is what I bought.
No, then I got a message. "Lee, what did you spend £150 on Summers?" So I just put back fruit and veg. Well, he couldn't go back with anything, could he? Just that was it. The end of conversation.
Brilliant.
He sobbed for that one, didn't he?
That was it. End of
In
conversation.
your face, bitch. Oh, that's funny.
I think he probably emptied the bank account that day too. But then he obviously put money back in so I could feed his children. But yeah, he did that often. But it was always a control
Well, you have
thing.
4
And it was
kids,
him that was cheating.
so
Yeah.
it's not cheap to raise 4
Yeah.
bloody kids.
No.
And you've got to be there. Like, they were young, weren't they? So it's not like you could just fuck off and get a job. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking hard.
It is hard. And
Well,
childcare is so
Connor was 9.
expensive.
Well, especially when you had 2 boys and then the twins. I mean,
Yeah. There were 9, coming up 10, 8, and 6 when he left. So it was tough. It was tough going. And then I was a hairdresser. So me going back to work would have been going back to work to pay for childcare. Wouldn't have been any better off.
Yeah, that's it. There's no point.
You're not.
And they tell you that.
Yeah, and after school clubs, like here in the village, it's like £10 an hour per child.
Yeah.
So that would be 40
Like that
quid for 1 hour for 4 children. Like, I just couldn't afford to do that, you know. And obviously, I
make
didn't
it
have my
impossible
mum
for
was a
single
huge help.
parent.
Obviously, before mum passed away, I wouldn't have coped without her because he worked away all the time, you know. So, you know, I did have that support then, but then after that, and then his mum went away and moved to Glasgow to be near his sister because she had little ones, and it was just difficult. But we're out the other side now, and they're all
they're all older.
Yeah, and they're doing really well.
Cheeky. Did you hear me shouting last night on the call? I put myself.
I knew what was going on. I was laughing.
Moving the laptop.
Yeah.
They were shouting. They weren't having a laugh, but they were being rude. And
Your face just dropped, and I saw it, and I was like, "Uh-oh!" And then when you came off and like from the mute, and I thought, "Uh-oh!" And you could just see you go.
Shut up!
And then I saw this.
Yeah, that was funny.
And then the laptop just starts moving. Bailey, like, nobody's looking at you.
And anyone that didn't know them would think they're like little kids. They're not like,
no,
almost 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the stuff like
they're man children.
Yeah. The words
when they were young.
Loads of my man children.
Yeah, when they were young, obviously Connor was still at home. So if they were all in the car, Connor sat in the front. And then when Connor wasn't there, Che did because he's the next oldest. And then when Che wasn't there, Harvey did because he's the next oldest. Like there's 5 minutes between.
Because he was first.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Still to this day, they're nearly 20. Will run to the car. But mind you, we went up to the Tesco's the other day, and Che's chum took us up, and Harvey and I think Bailey was locking the door, and I said, "Harvey, I'm sitting in the front." So I ran. I got to the front, and Hayden's car was just full of plastic bottles. I was like, "I'll just sit in the back then."
What is it with them in plastic bottles?
Oh my god!
Honestly, I think Logan actually. He had about 200-300 plastic bottles in his room where he just like he's got an obsession with. Well, he did have an obsession with Dr. Pepper. It's Oasis now, which is a lot better, I suppose. But just plastic bottles everywhere. I'm like, what are you going to do? Make something out of them?
You might be saving for recycling.
Take them over his room.
We could have made a raft that would have probably fitted about 8 folk on it.
Yeah,
I should have just
the Pringles tubes in the plastic bottles that my kids had in their rooms in Cliffview, and there was that article on Aberdeen Live Facebook page about my house, old house, being the whatever it was, something least expensive house in Aberdeenshire, and it was like in disrepair. Like I'm not shying away from it, but I didn't put any holes on the walls. Like it was the kids, like they were angry at their dads and stuff. And the house was
I can only
beautiful,
imagine
and
with
it was
your
a
boy.
family home, and
Do
it
they
was
like
lovely when we
wrestle a
were
lot and
together,
fight
and
a
he
lot when they were
cared.
younger? Did they like
No,
fight
you
a
know what?
lot?
They were really good when they were really little. It was when the dad left, when they used to get frustrated. And
Because my nephews are nightmare, just 2 of them. I can only imagine 4.
it was crazy. And well, you've seen the photo of Bailey launching his
Yeah.
Xbox controller into the wall.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, what? And he went, it's modern art. Okay, well, I couldn't argue with that. You know, I just had to walk away.
No, exactly. You can't argue that.
The house was big and it needed done from top to bottom, and I couldn't afford to do that, and he knew that. You know what I mean? But it was his home. I kept saying to him, like, the boys have punched another hole in the wall. Can you send somebody to fix it? I can't fix holes. I can fix dents in walls and like smooth it off.
Yeah, exactly. But not full on holes.
No, not when the boys have punched right through the plasterboard. I'm sorry, I'm not a joiner. I can't sort that kind of thing. And if we'd been together and he would have, he was coming home, he would have sorted it. You'd have got onto the boys, but he would have sorted it. And maybe if he'd taken a little bit more time and spoke to the boys, because when I reached out and asked them when they were being brats, I just used to get told, what do you want me to do? I'm thousands of miles away. He didn't care. He didn't care that they were getting into trouble with the police. He didn't care they were getting into trouble with the school. He didn't care they were getting excluded from the school. He just didn't care.
My boy's dad was like that, but I think
doing that to get the attention, aren't they?
Yeah,
that's the only, because they're probably thinking, oh, if I get myself arrested now, my dad's gonna have to get involved.
Yeah,
and it didn't work.
Yeah.
I'll never. Before he left, I think that's why it surprised it shocked me. Not now, it did that he was so hands on and such a fantastic dad. I'll never ever take that away from him. For the first 9 years, 7 years, and 5 years of that boy's lives, he was amazing. And the minute he left, went to live in Kazakhstan after our family holiday in Florida, that was it. That was it. He never came home. He came home in summer and then Christmas time. So he saw his kids for 4 weeks a year. Like, it was awful.
Yeah, and obviously that's going to impact them because they spent so much time with him.
He's got no idea the effect that he's had on the kids. If everything that they've done, or if they have mental health issues in the future, that will all be my fault because of my downfall and my alcoholism and drug abuse, because I wasn't coping with what had gone on in my life. But that I will get the blame, and I will hold my hands up. Of course, what I did and put my boys through will have affected them and will have caused childhood trauma that they will have to deal with later on in life. But he's got to take responsibility for what he did.
Oh yeah, definitely. But they don't. They don't. No. My boy's dad didn't. I mean, he's kind of making up for it now because he's got my granddaughter, which is brilliant. But yeah, he hasn't really got a great relationship with Logan because Logan was a lot younger when we split up, and I think he made more of an effort with Kane. And he's always kind of made it clear that his favourite is Kane, which is just wrong.
That's
totally wrong.
Yeah. Ron makes it very obvious that he doesn't like Jay. Like, and I feel it's awful. Like, or he does. Of course, he does.
He finds him hard to work.
That's how it comes across to me. Like,
because
he just has no time for him. He doesn't have any time for any of them really. But he's he's been out of their life longer than he was in it.
Yeah.
Now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because in the grand scheme of things, because he worked away 5 weeks on, 5 weeks off, he was only in their life half of that. For Harvey and Bailey, for that 5 years, he was really only in their life for 2.5 of it. Physically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mind you, he did phone them every night. That's what's hurt, I think, the most when he first went.
Definitely. To go from that to nothing.
No contact whatsoever. No contact whatsoever.
Makes the child feel incomplete.
And then they would get into trouble from the school or the police or whatever, and he would know because I would inform him, and then he would send a new phone or a new laptop or a new computer game or a new Xbox. Here you go, have this.
Yeah. No.
So again, you know, they're actually getting the attention of his dad, of their dad, shall I say. And obviously it wasn't the attention they wanted. They wanted physically him, but then they were getting briberies instead. So either way, it was working. That behaviour was working. It was getting something out of him.
Yeah.
Which was not helping you,
No.
because that's a lot to cope with.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I know. And then the police knocking at the door all the time, and I've been raided twice. You know what I mean? I wasn't there the first time. I was the second time, and I felt like I was like violated. You know, having to be strip searched and things. And then, but I never got anything.
No.
Yeah.
Well, they did get my little tiny bit of what I smoke, but I told them what it was. You know what I mean? And the lies that people were saying about us. Because I've got 4 boys, people were coming in and going from the house because they've all got friends. So it's probably like there was a lot of coming and goings, but that's what the police actually said a few times. We're trying to tell people, like, when they do say things about you, that she's got 4 boys. There is going to be people coming and going.
Yeah, they've all got friends. Seriously.
Yeah.
But you know, who's that? You nosy fucking Parkers.
It's just
people are so nosy.
Oh, too much.
They don't know the fact.
My kids would have got the blame for everything in this village, but not anymore. Like, because obviously they're up and working and living their lives. I know where they are every day and every night and stuff. And
you've got a good
the things
relationship.
that go on in this village now is a lot worse than what used to happen when my kids were kicking up the village.
Yeah.
And a couple of times they got blamed for stuff, and they weren't even here. They were in Glasgow with their dad in the summer holidays. And then they got slated all over Facebook, and I just went on Monday. And really, well, they're my kids because they've not been in Newton Hill for a week, and they won't be home for another week. The post was instantly removed.
Oh, there you go.
Honestly, jump on the bandwagon, didn't they, and assume.
Yep, but you know what? We've come out the better people because we don't judge.
Exactly.
We don't judge others. People, you don't know what's going on in other people's lives.
Exactly. You ain't got a clue, have you? So yes, I don't understand people that do that.
Time costs nothing, that's in my opinion.
No, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so sorry, that's total diversion.
Not really, because it's just about parents, whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
It is the distance, the effects that they have when they don't be in regular contact. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. It's sad.
Because I never, like, it's women, I don't understand women that will keep a child from their dad either.
No, don't get me started.
So for what he did to me and how he hurt, not just me, but the boys, I would never ever have stopped him seeing the boys.
No,
the children.
Me.
You
know, I fight with him. Please come home. Selfish reason.
Yeah.
Please come home and take the boys off my hands. But he would always it's just it's at the end of the day, it's the kids that's important.
It is. That's what I mean. You have to put their feelings first. And I think we find it quite easy because we're empaths. And and obviously, as a mother, you feel your child's pain.
Yes.
You just do. You take it on so easy. It's like when Logan has a fucking panic attack. I feel like I'm absorbing his pain, his anxiety. It's insane. But so I thought, if it was my dad, I'd want to see him, whether he comes and swans in and out of his life. He just disappeared, come back, disappeared, come back. If the boys wanted to see him, I would never stand in their way, ever. I would encourage it, So I don't understand women. They piss me off. They really piss me off.
Both the dads, both the mums. It's just the way they behave. It's disgusting.
It is very, yeah.
But at the same time, you can't force a parent to care for that child either.
No.
Because that does damage as well.
Yeah, I found that that's what I was trying to do was force the relationship between them. And in the end, it was like, fine, he blocked me on everything, so I couldn't contact him. Because when I was at the height of my drinking and stuff, I probably sent some really, really, really shitty emails to him. I did, but truth hurts at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. It does.
So there's no contact. There hasn't been any contact between us for a long time because the boys have all had their phones, and I don't even ask now if they've spoken to him. It's none of my business, you know.
No. Yeah, well, I suppose they're old enough, aren't they?
Yeah, but his true colours shone through last year. Like, he got married in Scotland and didn't even tell his boys till they went down.
That's what I mean, in the same country as well, in the same part. And the boys weren't even invited. That's disgusting.
That's disgusting. We said that at the same time.
He didn't even know that he was getting married.
That's shocking.
And then she said to them, he didn't even tell them in the car when he picked them up from the bus station. He waited till they got home, and she said, "Have you told the boys yet?" And he's like, "No." Because he knew. Guilt. I know him inside out. I went to bloody school. I've known him since I was 11. 11 years old. And he said he would never ever get married again. But he always said he'd get his vasectomy.
Oh, yeah.
Which he stood by. I mean, how could you be arsed having a child when you're like 48? Why is that boring? Like, for a man.
He's literally made another family and not bothering about his boys.
Yeah.
And like, does she not encourage him?
No, she's horrible, isn't she? She don't want the boys in the life, does she?
Really? Oh, she's one of them ones there. They piss me off and all.
He should have been home in like the Easter time and what we call the tatty holidays, which is October. And he took me to court to get joint custody and was awarded it. Now we were 3 court dates. On the 3 court dates, he didn't show up. And on the 3rd date, the judge just said, yes, you can have joint custody. And then I did say to him once when I was drunk, you're never getting it, because he called me an alcoholic. Just before I was obviously ready. Or very, very early. Well, not very early on, but I was having none of it. Alcoholic, I fucking dare you. You're never getting to see your kids again. But that was only one and only time I said it. But I would never have stood by that.
Isn't it? We always say things to angry.
Because I don't think I was quite an alcoholic then, but I was on that slippery slope.
Yeah. Oh, we had a lot going on.
And so he took me to court and was awarded it. So he was 2 weeks at Christmas, a week in the Easter holidays, 2 weeks in the summer, a week in October, and 2 weeks again at Christmas. That's what was awarded in court.
Yeah.
And that he should have stood by, and he never ever came home to the Easter or October holidays. Pardon me, never. And he said, I can't leave
her. Turn up to court, did he?
And I know, and at the time, I would say, well, just come home yourself and spend time with the boys yourself. You don't need Zira to come home. Oh, I can't leave her with Aaron. Fit. You can't leave her with Aaron. You used to fuck off for 5 weeks and leave me and myself with 4 kids. But you can't leave her to be here for a week to see your other 4 children.
I don't understand why she wouldn't encourage it. Like, what is wrong with her?
Especially when she become a mother herself.
Yeah. I'm really lucky, actually, because, like, me and the boy's dad get on quite well now, but that is mainly because of his wife. And she's amazing, and it's really funny because it's a small world, because my mum's best friend was her mum when they was younger. So my mum knows her. My mum and my dad used to look after her when she was younger and stuff like that. So it's really, really funny. But she's just really nice. She's lovely. She's lovely. I'm really lucky, and she's always encouraged John to see his boys and have a relationship with them. And they've took Logan away with them and things like that. And now they've got Scarlett, so that's great. But yeah, I don't understand women like that. My mum was great when she got with my stepdad, because he had twin boys. And she's the one who actually got them back sort of with a relationship, because his ex-wife was making it very difficult. But my mum was the one who helped, and they used to come over every other weekend.
I would have, because I know my boys have got 2 little brothers. Like, they're 7 and and they don't have a relationship with them.
That's really
like when
sad.
they were over here, even when they were younger, before Ronald's mum passed away or whatever, if Ronald and Zira had wanted a night out and they were still, I would have looked after that little boys, so the boys could have had a relationship with their brothers.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
Person, I would have put my like, she's welcome to him. I don't want him back. Like, she wasn't the first time he cheated. Like, and I let him off the first time, and we worked on a relationship. I should never have trusted him again because it was my bridesmaid he slept with. Not when we got married. Obviously, it was a few years after, but
Even
they still
so, to do it with your friend, that's disgusting. Friend.
No, and they deny it, but their relationship, the way they were before whatever happened that night happened. And then if I said she was coming for our tea, he would kick off. Why the fuck is she coming over for our supper? Whereas for like 10, 15 years before, that wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, is that an issue
that a bit obvious.
In a fucking half. But anyway, I speak to her, and obviously I was married to him for another fucking 6 years or something. But yeah, he couldn't obviously keep it in his pants.
No.
But it was happening. I knew because he kept coming home, and every time he came home, I was getting thrush. And then I found.
Oh God, nice! Thanks for that, you fucking tramp.
I found a tube of cream. Well, I went to the doctor, and the doctor said because you're very active when your husband comes home, that can sometimes cause thrush.
Right.
Okay, then. So that's what I thought it was. Fair enough. And then I was tidying out cupboards and found this tube of cream that was in Russia or Kazakhstan, whatever. And it was the same size and shape as a caniston, the tube for. So I went downstairs onto the computer and got up the dictionary and decoded this fucking tube of cream, and dirty bastard. So I just screenshot it and sent it. And he's like, I had a bladder infection. I'm like, you didn't have a fucking bladder infection because you could have got tablets for that. You don't get cream. Don't insult my intelligence. So it was going on when my mum was dying, so I just didn't really deal with it because obviously I had other things to do.
Exactly. Fuck.
But
what a cunt he is. What a
story I could tell. Well, just love to read my book.
Yes, that was excited. Have you been working on it a bit more?
A little bit. I have written some more stuff down on my phone. I need to get a new laptop, I think, or somebody needs to help me with my Chromebook because I don't have very much storage. So I've got some of it on a
SD disk or something.
Yeah.
One of that things. I'm thinking as I'm looking at my phone charger, like one of that things.
Yeah.
And I have cleared it off my laptop, but it still says it's full. So I don't know if it's because I don't know.
Yeah, see, anything like that, I'll get my son to sort out because he's pretty savvy. I ain't got a clue. I fucking hate it. I mean, I'm pretty good with, technical wise when I'm creating, but not when it comes to things like that. I'm like, no, it's not my department. Pisses me off. It frustrates me. Yeah.
Because apparently Chromebooks are different to a laptop.
Yeah. My Chromebook does my fucking nutting. Really winds me up. But now I'm fucking used to it now,
I suppose I should
find them a lot easier.
I should speak to somebody, and if I was to buy a new one in the future, like ask what would be best,
Yeah, just for that's all I wanted. Just a good laptop for work, for video calls like this, to just do what I need to do. A lot of storage.
Yeah.
And he goes and gets me a fucking Chromebook. I mean, I'm grateful for it, of course, but it's just everything's done differently. It's just really, I had to YouTube just everything, how to copy and paste something. Do you know what I mean? It's all different to a YouTube laptop. So, yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Bailey's got a laptop, but I'm not sure if it's his. I don't think his is a Chromebook, but he wouldn't. Now that he uses it, he probably would let me use it.
There you go.
As long as I don't do TikToks on it, you'll say, as long as I do that, you can. Oh, it looks like the sun is coming out in Aberdeenshire.
Sun's coming out here as well. It's meant to get up to
Sun's coming out
18
here.
today.
Is it?
Taking this jumper off.
What is it supposed to get up to?
The sun is shining. I guess I have to reach
We're only 2 behind you.
Yeah.
It was really like pea soup this morning, no, like foggy when I got up.
Yeah.
Because I'm right
It
by
went
this.
great, grey and dim.
Yeah.
Right, should we go? Because we've resorted to talking about the weather.
The weather.
You know when the conversation's got dry, it's like, how am I going to talk about the weather?
But we get so excited about the warm weather because of our washing, and we can put it out. That's when you know you're getting a bit older.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Because I put washing on before I took Harvey to work, but in the hope that the sun would burn off the fog. And it looks like it's done its job. I might go in the garden because my radishes are almost ready.
I'm gonna go sunbathe. No, I don't do that anymore.
My radishes are almost ready to harvest.
Oh yeah, nice. I need to sort my garden out.
I don't even like radishes.
Growing my own.
My pea pods are.
We'll talk about that next time, though. Yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Homegrown.
Yeah, amongst other stuff.
Homegrown.
I'm sure something else will come in topic.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we will see you tomorrow for episode 3. Bye.
Bye.